Learning to discern his voice can, well, feel a bit overwhelming at times. We've all been there, haven't we? A thought pops into your heart. Call that person. Or maybe apply for that job. Sometimes it's walk away from this situation. And then, just as quickly, wait. Do nothing right now. And, immediately another thought follows. Is this God speaking? Or is this just me? Hearing God's voice is honestly one of the deepest desires of a believer's heart. Not because we want control, but because we long for guidance, reassurance, and, closeness. Yet confusion often sneaks in. Fear of being wrong, fear of self-deception, or maybe just the worry that God is silent. But here's the truth. God is not silent. His voice, though, is often subtle, gentle, and so easily drowned by noise, especially the noise in our own minds. So today, let's just slow down a bit and walk through how to discern his voice with clarity and peace. God's voice carries peace, not panic. One of the clearest differences between God's leading and our anxious thoughts is, the spirit behind the message. God's voice might correct you, convict you, or even challenge you, but it will never condemn you. Condemnation sounds like, "You're a failure. God is tired of you. You always mess things up." But conviction, on the other hand, sounds like, "This path is hurting you. There's better for you than this. Turn back. I'm still here." God's guidance carries peace, even when it's a bit uncomfortable. Anxiety screams, fear pressures, urgency demands, but God leads with firm gentleness. The enemy shames, your flesh rushes, God invites. If what you're hearing pushes you into panic, dread, or self-hatred, just pause. That's not the shepherd's voice. God's voice aligns with his word. He will not contradict himself ever. He won't lead you into bitterness, dishonesty, revenge, manipulation, hatred, or selfish ambition, no matter how justified those emotions might feel. Sometimes, honestly, we want something so deeply that we stamp "God told me" on it. But his voice will always resonate with love, humility, integrity, surrender, compassion, and obedience. Scripture isn't just a book, it's really the tuning fork for the soul. The more his word fills your heart, the clearer his voice becomes. Not because he speaks louder, but because you recognize him better. God's voice is often quiet because he wants closeness, not distance. Elijah didn't find God in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire. God came in a gentle whisper, and, whispers require closeness. Sometimes we ask, why doesn't God just speak loudly and clearly? But loudness doesn't build intimacy. Whispering does. He draws you closer through stillness. Quiet moments, simple prayers, tears on your pillow, deep sighs in traffic, morning silence before the world wakes. Sometimes, honestly, God isn't quiet. We're just surrounded by too much noise. Your intuition is not your enemy. God often works through it. Many believers fear their own thoughts, but remember, you were created by God. He renews the mind. He doesn't bypass it. Sometimes his guidance comes as a deep inner knowing, a holy discomfort, loss of peace in the wrong direction, a repeated theme appearing everywhere, a gentle nudge you can't shake. God wired intuition as part of wisdom. The key is not to reject it, but to surrender it. Pray like this: Lord, if this is you, strengthen it. If it is not, dissolve it. He is capable of closing wrong doors. You do not have to fear missing his will. He is a shepherd, not a maze designer. Time reveals what impulse hides. Impulse rushes. Godly guidance endures. If something is from God, it will remain after emotion settles. Give it a night of sleep, a day of prayer, space to breathe. Lust, anger, fear, and ego are loud but short-lived. Wisdom survives time. The right thing will stay right tomorrow. You learn his voice the same way a child learns a parent's, through relationship. This is the most important truth. Hearing God is not a test, it is a relationship. Children don't recognize their mother's voice by studying sound waves. They recognize it because they spend time with her. You learn God's voice by talking to him honestly, reading his word slowly, obeying small nudges, trusting him when unsure, returning when you drift. Mishearing does not break the relationship. He is a patient teacher. A closing reassurance for your heart. You are not bad at hearing God. You are learning. You are not far from him. You are seeking. And Scripture promises this: my sheep hear my voice. Not perfect sheep, not strong sheep, not always confident sheep, just his sheep, and that includes you.